What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant explains the stance on the COVID-19 vaccine ahead of the Canelo Alverez clash. Plant will take on Canelo Alverez for the undisputed world title and has revealed he is fully vaccinated to prevent disruption, but admits he hasn't been a fan of the COVID-19 vaccinations in the past. Caleb Plant has revealed he has reluctantly had his 2 vaccines against COVID-19 ahead of his undisputed title clash with Canelo Alverez. Several fighters have made their opinions on the vaccine known, including flyweight world champion Sonny Edwards and undisputed light welterweight champion Josh Taylor. Plant is set to face the pound-for-pound king Alverez for the undisputed super middleweight title on November 6th. As he said, no one's put a gun to my head and said, you have to sign this for this vaccination or anything like that. But, to be honest, not for any political reason, but I haven't been a big fan of vaccinations. But I'm not opposed to people getting the vaccination, but I feel like if you're healthy and you're young and you're strong like I am, the long-term effects, I'm not exactly sure what they are. But I feel like if I got COVID, I could get through it just fine. But I did get the vaccination, and I'm vaccinated because I don't want this moment to slip by. And I've already sacrificed so much for the sport, like I talked about. I'm not going to let something like COVID get in my way of stopping me from obtaining my destiny. Okay, so let me counterpunch. First off, I have to take my hat off to Caleb Plant. Why? Because he made a step to do something that other fighters didn't even care to do, to secure a big fight. Okay, he took the vaccine just in case that would have been a problem. Now, according to this, like he said, nobody stuck a gun to his head. No, so nobody forced him to do anything. But you have to wonder if someone on the team of Canelo mentioned to his team that, hey, why don't you get vaccinated to ensure certain things transpire or to ensure that you won't get whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it had to be something to that grounds, because Caleb Plant, the words that he used, like, hey, nobody made it, no one put a gun to my head, but I didn't want this to get in the way or be a problem. Now, this could have just been a precautionary, it could have been, but to me, it seems like something was mentioned to him. I don't think it was in the contract, like, hey, these 2 fighters have to get vaccinated. I think this was maybe something that was mentioned, and Caleb said, you know what, I'll take it. So, hey, my hat goes off to him. And like Caleb Plant, I'm not a fan of vaccinations either. Like Caleb Plant said, I feel like I'm young and I'm strong, and if I did get it, I should be fine. Now, that I can relate to, because I did have it. As you guys know, I had COVID-19 late July, early this month, and I'm fine. Okay, now, long-term effects, who knows? Because it's not long-term. I've had headaches or whatnot, as you guys know, here and there, but I'm not dead. I'm young enough to, I thank God that my immune system was, because I didn't get vaccinated, because there are people that are dying of vaccination. And the counterpunch to that, well, you can die of that too. So, well, you're telling me I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. Shout out to all the people that didn't get symptoms of COVID or the vaccination. That's ideal on both ends, because if you're an asymptomatic, you're a person that doesn't have symptoms, why would you want the vaccine? You know what I mean? Because if everybody else gets it or they have any type of pre-existing injury or whatever, therefore you need to get the vaccine, because there's a lot of people I feel, or maybe they don't know what condition they have, and then they catch COVID and they die of COVID or whatever. But, it just does it. But going back to that, though, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of COVID vaccinations because we don't know enough about it. For one, you have three of them from two, and it is becoming political. People are trying to, hey, you have to have a vaccination before coming in here. Facts about COVID-19, people. This is a fact. COVID-19 vaccinations are not 100% effective. They are they are, pretty effective according to the studies. But they don't stop you from getting the COVID-19. They just stop the symptoms. So it's a very good cushion for you. Okay? But again, that's given if it agrees with you and you don't die from that. Because again, vaccinations sometimes have side effects. Now, they say it's small, but you have to think you might get on a plane tomorrow. Well, it normally doesn't go down, but it could. So you're looking at it like, it might not apply to you, but you will never know until you take it. You know what I mean? So it's so small, but who's to say I'm not that lucky bastard, or should I say unlucky bastard, that takes it and gets really sick or something happens, like Andrew Dice Clay recently. He took it and he's having all type of neurological problems. Okay. And I'm not really sold on how Marvelous Marvelyn Hagler died either, because Tommy Hearns said he died of the vaccine. So that's just something, people will talk against it or whatnot, but I just want to know how he died so we can clear it up, because you didn't say how he died. You just said, no, it wasn't from the vaccine. Well, what was it from? So, but anyway, again, the most important part about this is Caleb Plant took the vaccination and he is ready to fight. And when I was mentioning, hey, he done it unlike some people, and yes, I was talking about Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury took one damn shot and he decided not to get the other one without telling anyone else that he did not get the other one. Okay, so Caleb Plant has every intention on fighting this fight. So shout out to Caleb Plant for that. Now, if he was made by Team Canelo or advised or, mentioned or, by Canelo, I think that's shitty, because if you test up to the point and you've been vaccinated, what fucking difference does it make? That means, okay, he's not vaccinated, I'm vaccinated. Okay, well, that's too bad for him. If he gets sick, he might get sick and die, not me. That's how you're supposed to look at the vaccination when you get vaccinated. You've protected yourself, or you've made steps to protect yourself due to doctors' observations and, small test studies, right? So there you go. But to make someone, hey, you have to be vaccinated, because it's happening in our film industry too. That is some shows that you have to be vaccinated in order to work on. Like any show with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he has to have you vaccinated, which is the stupidest shit I've ever seen, because you're vaccinated. Why would you fucking care? Why would you care? Because you're not. It doesn't make you Superman. It doesn't prevent you from getting COVID. And you've taken the steps to prevent yourself from having the symptoms. So why the fuck do you care? So it has to be something else. It's political. Okay. So I that just grinds my gears, because you take steps for yourself. Don't try to jump down someone's throat like a fucking vegetarian trying to stop someone from eating meat, if that makes sense. But anyway, hats off to Caleb Plant. He has taken both of his vaccines, but he did at least say, hey, I'm not a fan. But it doesn't matter, because you still took the damn vaccine. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Caleb Plant taking the vaccine. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.